automotive systems these days need software. They also need a way to communicate. And one of the two platforms that's being used to do this is something called DDS. Could you tell us what DDS is?
Sure. DDS is an open standard. It stands for Data Distribution Service, and it's used for real-time systems. It's a framework that allows data communications across multiple platforms. The neat part about it is your applications talk to the data, not to each other. And it just makes it where there's a very loose coupling between applications. So you can move them around, put them in different platforms without touching the code. So it's write it once, use it many times. It's a really nice system.
Okay, now while we're going to be focusing on the automotive side of things, this platform can be used for just about any type of communications.
That's true. Really, any large mission-critical distributed systems, DDS is a great fit. We've gotten a lot of uptake in aerospace and defense, automotive, medical robotics, critical infrastructure. If you have to depend on it, DDS is a great choice.
Okay. Now, Connect Drive is the platform that you have for the automotive space. Can you tell us what's incorporated in that?
Sure. In Connect Drive, we have both versions of the Connect DDS product. There's the Pro version, which is full-featured, all bells and whistles, can be made to work just about anywhere in the most demanding of applications. And then we have our Micro product that's included, that's for resource-constrained, very small systems, and it's also the basis for our Safety Cert product, which is certified to 26262 ACLD and DO178C Level A, and other safety standards.
Okay. Now, you have some demos here that show this in action. Could you walk through us a couple of those?
This is our first station. It's a simulation station where, in partnership with Aptiv, we have developed a adaptive headlights demonstration. This is done mostly in the Aptiv SCADE program. It's a graphical environment for creating systems. RTI Connect's DDS is integrated with SCADE, so you can create DDS connections within this environment. This is then run on the local platform with the AVX simulator, which is simulating driving conditions. And even the headlights are being simulated with selective dark pixels to not blind the drivers that you're following or any oncoming traffic. This is station number 2. It's our prototyping station. We've taken the code from the simulation station, which we can interoperate with because of Connect's DDS, and moved it into some hardware you would see at a typical prototype automotive environment. There's an S32G3 Gold Box by NXP, a couple of Raspberry Pis that are driving a pair of RGB matrix LEDs. We also have a camera that's providing feed to a neural net processor that's doing object identification and identifying the people in the scene. So in this environment, if it were a bright headlight, there would be dark rectangles where it sees each person. As you can see, as I move back and forth, it is selectively shading me from the light. Up top, there are some of the pieces that are part of RTI Connect's. Admin console gives you full visibility into all the topic data flows and their data types. And inside the NXP Gold Box, I've done some type conversions to export it into a standard demo type that we use in our Shapes demo, also to some ROS2 data types that we're using at the final station. This is our third station. This is the production station, where we're taking the same code from the simulation and prototype stations, running it in hardware that's more appropriate for production and safety certification. So what I have on screen also is a copy of our admin console, which we've subscribed to some of the topics, looking at the data. One other application that we have is, this is illustrating that we have a Python API. It makes it very easy to put together graphical elements that work with the DDS system. In this case, I can control the lights to do things like make it be a police or emergency vehicle, or for an ambulance, for instance, or turn on fog lamps, headlights, turn signals, that sort of thing.
So, since this is for an automotive platform, what about certifications?
Well, RTI has some news in certification. We've made a lot of progress in 2024, achieving QM, ACIL B, ACIL D certification across our products.
All right, so if developers want to take a look at this platform, how are they going to be able to do that?
That's probably the easiest part. You can go onto our website and download a free trial, or contact any of our friendly salespeople, and they'd be happy to equip you with any version of our Connect product. Another way of doing that is if you're a ROS2 user, it is included in the ROS2 package under a non-commercial license.